I want you to look at this really closely. Yes, you see a 45 plate on the ground. And what is next to it? That is a slant board. That is a slant board at a 15-degree angle, the starting slant. Notice how high it is compared to a 45 plate. Why is that relevant? Well, we are going to talk about the range of motion in which you don't get when you use a plate. Well, I don't like using plates anymore for, a goblet squat or having your heels elevated. To me, it just feels totally wrong because you don't get the same range of motion as you would a slant board. You also don't get the same depth as a slant board. You don't get the same knees over your toes training like a slant board. Why is that important? Well, if you want to improve your mobility, your range of motion, you have to train in different types of range of motions. You have to get into a deeper squat. Well, how can you do that with just a 45 plate under your feet? You can't, because you can't adjust the plate. It's not at an angle. It doesn't give you the same range of motion. Notice how I struggle, and it just feels so unnatural to me because it doesn't give you stability on a 45 plate. It does not change anything, really. But that's just my perspective. You have to try it and see it for yourself. You have to try using a slant board and see how it can improve your range of motion, your squat technique, your hip and pelvic movement. Like, oh my gosh, look at the difference. You can see the difference. You can see and feel the training difference that it does. Okay, and now I have just adjusted from a 15 to, I believe, a 20-degree angle. And I absolutely encourage using slant boards. So do physical therapists, because it helps you with your range of motion. It helps you get into that deep squat, also known as the Asian squat, where you're in a squat really deep and your knees are over your toes. Your knees are meant to bend like this. Your knees are supposed to move like this. This is proper training to understand the range of motion, to understand the form, to understand your body and how it's supposed to move when you're training. So I encourage you to start using a slant board. It will overall help your mobility, your range of motion, and your form and your technique. But that's just my 2 cents. It depends on how far you want to take your training and what you want to do and how you want to move. The more range of motion you have, the more mobility you have, the better your training can actually improve. Your goals can improve. Your flexibility can improve. Your strength can improve. Yes, your body can improve by doing the necessity it needs. So you can find slant boards anywhere. You can find them on Amazon. You can find them at your sports store. And I recommend getting them 100%. They are a 10 out of 10. And it does help you with your pelvis and the way it's supposed to sit. Same with your knees. It benefits your knees so much. My knees have improved. My pelvic has improved. So yes, overall, they are great. They will help you improve your flexibility, your mobility. I get them. 10 out of 10.